Well, we are tracking Tropical Depression 16 that's likely to become Tropical Storm Nate within the next 24 hours. And at the moment, it is making its way through Nicaragua and will eventually come out on the other side of Honduras before becoming a tropical storm. But right now, the winds are pretty close to a tropical storm already at about 35 miles per hour. Now, the reason it's going to really strengthen so quickly is because the water is pretty warm. If you look at that legend behind me, you'll see that it's right about average, but just on the other side of Honduras, and even where it's sitting right now, you do see red, so well above average along the coast right now. And that's also going to be the case after it passes by Cancun. So you could even see it strengthen into a Category 1 or potentially even a Category 2 storm, depending on how fast it goes once it reaches the Gulf. But most models do have it turning into a Category 1 storm moving through the Gulf, and even a tropical storm earlier than that. But let's focus in on the southeast and show you where it could potentially make landfall. A lot of areas are showing it making it in between about the Biloxi area over to Pensacola, potentially even over towards Navarre and Destin. Now, if it takes that track, it's much more likely to reach us here in middle Georgia. But even still, if it crosses through a place like Birmingham after making it through areas like Mississippi, we are going to be in that northeastern quadrant of the storm, which is where the stronger thunderstorms and the tornado threat is going to be. But if it continues to shift further on over towards the west, things are going to look much better for a spot like Georgia. And you can see a lot of these spaghetti malls right here are pushing it further over towards the west. So if that continues, the better off we're going to look. But as it stands right now, it does seem like a Category 1 storm is going to move through the coast and potentially pass through us as a tropical storm. So what we know so far is that it is going to become a tropical storm rather shortly. Anywhere between New Orleans and Tampa is currently at risk, and the biggest things we're looking at locally is maybe 2 to 3 inches of rain with wind gusts close to about 70 miles per hour at best. Now, as far as when it could reach us, it's going to be between Sunday night and Monday morning when it's going to be at its strongest. As of right now, the track is uncertain, but the biggest impacts are certainly going to be the rain and the strong winds. And now for a final look at your fish and game forecast brought to you by Harrison's Body Shop. The best time for this afternoon is going to be around 2:20.